By the late 1960s, American society was fracturing. Deep political unrest and urgent social movements dominated the public consciousness. Underneath the volume of the protests, a quiet exhaustion was setting in. Many young people found that political promises and material wealth failed to address a much deeper, more personal void. This exhaustion pushed thousands to head east on the hippie trail. This was a grueling overland pilgrimage of dust and grit, driven by existential desperation. Joan became an avatar for this cultural hunger. She packed her bags and deliberately shed her old American life to find the truth she felt was absent at home. A critical threshold of individuals experienced this simultaneous disillusionment with the status quo, forcing them to look outward for a way to survive. For Joan, the long road eastward eventually led to a small, dusty restaurant in Afghanistan, a common waypoint for travelers taking a breath on the trail. Over the clatter of the room, she struck up a conversation with some English travelers. They told her about a highly unusual teacher in India, a 12-year-old boy they called the Master. It was a simple, passing comment, but it acted like a magnet. That single piece of information immediately hijacked her attention and redirected her entire physical journey. By 1970, Joan had navigated her way to the Himalayan foothills of Dehradun, India. She had one singular focus: find this young boy. These catalysts rarely arrive with a grand announcement. They appear as small ripples, and finding peace requires a willingness to act on the unexpected. Standing on a porch in Dehradun waiting to meet him, Joan's heart pounded against her ribs in a mix of pure anticipation and dread. When Prem Rawat finally emerged, he bypassed small talk completely. He looked directly at her and issued a blunt opening challenge. "What do you want?" She gave him an honest answer. She wanted peace. He didn't offer it right away. Instead, he told her to go search all of India first, establishing a demanding dynamic before the formal instruction even began. This interaction sparked what Joan called her magic ingredient, a profound resonance of the heart that bypasses the intellect and reorients a person's life compass. A few months later, in November 1970, that private dynamic went public. Rawat stood before a massive crowd in Delhi and delivered his Peace Bomb speech, declaring his intention to establish inner peace universally. The directness of this initial meeting provided the necessary friction to refine Joan's internal compass. Joan returned to the United States in April 1971. The wandering seeker who left America had become an active, highly motivated conduit. She immediately launched an aggressive campaign, bombarding Prem Rawat with a relentless stream of Western Union telegrams, pleading with him to visit America. The persistence paid off. Rawat landed in Los Angeles in July 1971. The early gatherings were a chaos of enthusiasm, with crowds packed so tightly people were described as dripping from the rafters. This map shows the rapid geographic scaling of the movement's golden age. Joan became a primary speaker, translating Eastern spiritual concepts for Western audiences. This momentum climaxed at Millennium 73, an ambitious event designed to announce a new age of peace to the world. And right at the center of the Houston Astrodome, co-emceeing the entire spectacle, was Joan. This cultural expansion was driven by the relentless will and audacity of individual followers like Joan. The high-energy enthusiasm of stadium events eventually faded, giving way to a period of harsh refinement. In the mid-1970s, the organization suffered a severe fracture known as the family split, where Rawat's own mother and older brothers broke away, causing deep confusion among the followers. Through the chaos of the split, Joan's loyalty held firm. Her dedication was anchored to her direct personal experience on the porch in India, rather than the shifting politics of the organization. While institutional structures proved fragile, Joan's personal experience allowed her to survive the ideological crisis. In her later years, Joan relocated to Woodstock, New York, a setting synonymous with mature counterculture. She began exploring modalities like polarity therapy. Polarity therapy is a holistic health system that uses bodywork, diet, and self-awareness to balance life energy. This transition was an expansion of her path, a way to manifest inner peace into a practical, tangible commitment to everyday well-being. She often looked back on her fervent 1970s years with humor, referring to herself as a drama queen in her younger days. Joan's story demonstrates an unchanging heart that adapts, matures, and anchors a person through the chaotic passages of an entire lifetime.